Surveillance of agricultural injuries is very important for monitoring the injury cases, tracking the trends, and identifying the injury prevention strategies. Hi, this is Serap Gorucu from University of Florida. My co-author is Dr. Judd from Penn State. Today, in this presentation, I will present surveillance of agricultural injuries by using the NEISS data. First, I will talk about non-fatal agricultural injuries, then the NEISS as a data source, our methodology for extracting related cases, challenges we experienced during the case extraction, and our summary results. Data, especially for non-fatal agricultural injuries, is somewhat limited by the available sources of information. Existing data is mostly based on regional or national periodic surveys. The Bureau of Labor Statistics only captures non-fatal occupational injuries through its survey of occupational injuries and illnesses. The SOI collects data on work-related non-fatal injuries and illnesses among employees in all industries in the US. The SOI data excludes self-employed farmers and family members, as well as workers on farms with less than 11 employees. It was estimated that SOI was undercounting occupational injuries and illnesses in agriculture by about 78%. Another widely used national data source for agricultural injuries is aginjurynews.org. The aginjurynews.org database is publicly available and it tracks agricultural injuries through online media reports. Aginjurynews.org captures both occupational and non-occupational agricultural related fatal and non-fatal injuries. However, egg injury news data is limited to traumatic and newsworthy injuries. There is also another data source developed by the Consumer Product Safety Commission. The database is the National Electronic Injury Surveillance System. The NEISS data has relevant information for agriculture-related injuries, and it may help us to understand the fuller picture of non-fatal agricultural injuries. NEISS data is publicly available. It can be downloaded from the CPSC's website. The NEISS collects emergency department data from approximately 100 hospitals. These hospitals are selected as a probability sample of all 5,000 plus US hospitals with emergency departments. Starting from year 2000, NEISS includes all injuries rather than just consumer product related injuries. NEISS data contains some valuable variables such as demographics, gender, ethnicity, incident date. It has also products listed as a variable and injury narrative to describe the injury event. The location data in NEISS is divided into 8 categories, and there is one more category for not recorded location cases. We know that not all agriculture-related incidents occurred on a farm, or not all incidents occurred on a farm are agriculture-related. So by using the NEISS data from 2015 to 2019, we developed a methodology for extracting agricultural-related cases. So first of all, we filtered the data for farm location, and then we filtered the data to find out agricultural-related cases from the products from 1001 to 1062, and another keyword search conducted for farm animal-related cases. After filtering the data, we had more than 3,000 cases. In the next few slides, I will explain what were the challenges and how did we make our decisions. First of all, the location farm does not mean that all the cases happening on a farm are agriculture related. We found out that some cases were coded as farm, but actually those incidents were home injuries. As shown here in the slide, the second case and last case, they are basically home injuries, but they are listed as farm. So in the first injuries, it was related to a playhouse. We excluded that. Also, there was some injuries related to exercise or support. We excluded those cases from our final data sets. Horse-related injuries were challenging as well. There were many horse and horse riding incidents occurred on a place which is not a farm. If the incident location was not farm, we did not include those horse-related injuries. We included all the horse-related injuries occurred on a farm. For the tractor-related cases, if the injury location was listed as a farm, we included them. However, the location information for a significant amount of tractor injuries were either coded as home or unknown location. For those injuries occurred in a place other than a farm, we carefully read the narratives and included the ones we thought related. There were some cases, tractor term used in the narratives, but they were not tractor-related injuries. We excluded those cases. Some of the example cases are shown here on the right side. The first one was tractor supply store related, and second one was semi-tractor trailer related case, and the third one was related to toy tractor, and the last one was related to tractor tire used for exercise. We excluded all of the cases similar to these examples. Another search term was conducted for barn. In some cases, the term barn used for home injuries related to barn door, but they were listed as a farm location, so we excluded those cases. Some of the excluded case examples are shown here on the right side, and also we excluded some homicides and suicides occurred on a barn. We also conducted another keyword search for farm animals related cases. And as you can see here, some of the case examples we included in our system are shown on the left side. And some of the excluded cases are shown on the right side. For example, mechanical bull, bullet, bullying, pit bull, those cases, and rodeo-related cases, they were excluded from our final data set. And lastly, we all know that many agricultural injuries are because of the agricultural hazards on roadways. So agricultural vehicles, tractors, or some farm animals on roadways create hazardous situation. To identify those cases, we again looked at the product search, agricultural related product search, and also farm animals related cases. After reviewing the narratives, we included the ones similar to these examples in our final data set. Again, I want to summarize our methodology here in this flowchart. We identified a total of 3,431 cases at first. These cases were basically injuries occurred on a farm, injuries related to agricultural products, and also farm animal related injuries. There were 639 injuries on a farm. After the narrative search, we excluded 120 cases. They were either farm injury, home injuries, exercise-related injuries, or field trip-related injuries. When the location was not farm, by using also keywords and agricultural products, we identified 671 cases which are agricultural related. The location was miscoded for 69 cases. As I discussed earlier, we include all tractor-related injuries, even the location was not listed as farm. And there were additional 144 agriculture-related injuries identified by either agriculture-related product codes or farm animal-related keyword search. So our final data set included a total of 1,1 192 cases for the study years from 2015 to 2019. Our purpose for this presentation was to present our methodology for extracting agriculture-related cases from publicly available NEISS data. We published our findings in Journal of Agri-Medicine. Here, I would like to summarize some of the major findings from this work. From 2015 to 2019, an estimated more than 62,000 people were treated in an emergency department for agricultural-related injuries. The yearly distribution of estimated agricultural injuries to youth and adults are shown here in this graph. Approximately 1/3 of the injuries were to the youth under 18. On average, every year, more than 12,000 people were injured in agricultural-related incidents. We examined the cases for the event and exposure characteristics. The most common event exposure type was transportation incidents. Youth had higher proportion of transportation incidents than adults. Contact with objects or equipment were the second leading events, resulted in injuries. Youth experienced similarly higher proportion of contact injuries than adults. When we look at the injury sources, main leading injury source was vehicles. It was followed by the other persons, plants, and animals, structures and surfaces, and tools, instruments, and equipment. Vehicle category mainly included tractors and ATVs. Adult patients had experienced more vehicle-related injuries than youth. Not surprisingly, tractors were the injury source for more than 20,000 injuries, accounting 1/3 of all injuries. In summary, despite all the challenges with the data extraction, the NEISS database provided a valuable tool for non-fatal agriculture-related injuries. Over the study period, we identified more than 60,000 agriculture-related injuries treated in an emergency department in the US. On average, every day, 34 people were injured in an agricultural-related incident, 24 adults, 10 youth. Additionally, tractors were the leading injury source for more than 20,000 cases. Thank you so much for listening to this presentation. I hope you find it useful. If you have any questions or comments regarding to our methodology and results, here are our contact information given. Please contact us, and thank you.